This case starts with chaos, a reckless drive, an attempt to evade law enforcement, and a situation that could have ended far worse than it did. The defendant isn't just here for speeding or a traffic mistake. He's charged with evading arrest with a vehicle, a third-degree felony that carries serious prison time. At just 23 years old, this defendant already finds himself standing at a crossroads. The court isn't just deciding guilt. That part is clear. What's really being weighed here is whether this moment becomes a wake-up call or the beginning of a longer cycle through the system. We're about to see a judge walk through responsibility, consequences, and accountability, not with anger, but with brutal honesty. And the decisions made here will shape this young man's future far beyond today.
If they completed their paperwork. And then we'll finish with the jury trial.
What is it all right now?
So the defendant will need to be here, Norma, but the defense attorney can appear by Zoom. Who are the other people?
As we go over the docket real quick.
Just give me a moment. The court is going to call Sebastian Gabriel Marino. Can I have the parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
John Pettis for defense.
And are you Mr. Marino? Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, sir.
The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Marino, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
This is where the hearing takes a serious turn. The judge zeroes in on something courts care deeply about: maturity. At 23 years old, with a job, a child, and community involvement as a volunteer firefighter, the defendant isn't a reckless teenager. He's an adult who knew better. The explanation offered stress from a divorce may be human, but it's not a legal excuse. Courts don't punish emotions. They punish actions. Evading law enforcement in a vehicle creates immediate danger, not just to the driver, but to every person on the road. And when the judge brings up the possibility of a child in the other car, it reframes everything. This case isn't just about one bad decision. It's about risk, responsibility, and the real-world consequences that could have been irreversible.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Marino, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention with a vehicle that's a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, sir.
Stand it.
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state recommends community supervision. There's no application for deferred adjudication. Taking in consideration 2024 PF 23175, 2024 PF 176. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, the MRT, and aggressive driving. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, sir.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
No contest.
State any evidence.
State offers state one in attachments.
No objection, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? All right. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Is there any outstanding Restitution?
Judge, we've not received documentation regarding that. So at this time, I believe we would waive.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 23.
All right, you're 23. Did you drive here today?
I got dropped off.
All right. So why are you doing this?
Well, to be completely honest with you,
Yes, please be completely honest.
I was going through the beginning of my divorce at the time. I had been with my ex-wife for about 6 years at that point.
Mhm.
It was just kind of one thing after another, and it escalated what it should have. And I've done a lot of different things now. Now I'm a volunteer firefighter. I do try to be there as much as possible.
So you say you're a volunteer firefighter. What is your employment status?
I work at a shop. I'm a technician.
You're doing what?
I work on vehicles.
Mechanic.
Yeah.
Do you have any children?
I do have a 2-year-old dog.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Taking consideration 2024 PF 23175 and 23175, 23176.
The sentence here is firm but measured. 8 years in prison, suspended. 6 years of probation. No driving for 6 months. Mandatory programs. Community service. This isn't leniency, it's structured accountability. The judge makes it clear. The driving restriction isn't punishment for convenience, it's punishment for danger. Someone else's car was totaled. Someone else's life could have been lost. And that's why probation isn't just about freedom, it's about restraint. This case ends without prison bars closing today, but the warning is unmistakable. One more reckless choice could change everything. If you found this case as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns that show how fast one decision can change a life.
There's a $2,000 fine. With regards to a $2,000 fine, the court will probate that. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Defensive driving course. There's to be no driving for 6 months. MRT, 200 hours of community service restitution. Once 100 hours are completed, 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are completed, 100 hours will be deducted from community service restitution. The remaining 100 hours will be deducted upon completion of MRT. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. And there is no restitution order. Probation, is there anything else that's required? No, Dave. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
That's well, I know you said no driving for 6 months. That does tend to make it a little bit harder because I do try to get as much side work as I can just to help, keep up with my bills and everything.
Okay, let me ask you something. You were driving recklessly, right? And then you were evading. And what happened when you were evading? I'm sorry?
That was a car accident.
Yes. And that other person, what happened to their vehicle?
I'm not sure.
Their vehicle was T-boned. So that probably means that their vehicle is not drivable. And you know how insurances are. Sometimes they'll give you a loaner. Sometimes your insurance doesn't cover that because it's just liability. So this is the cost of your doing something that you should not have been doing, and you were old enough to know better. And if that person would have had a 2-year-old in the vehicle, who knows what would have happened? You understand? So this is a part of your punishment. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, they'll go over conditions with you. Ms. Abrams, who do you say